Hi, and welcome to the Douglas On My Mind show. I'm Blondell Thomas, the City of Douglas Public Information Manager, and we'll be right back to talk about some events and things that are coming up at the end of September and also in October. We'll see you soon. Hi, and welcome back to the Douglas On My Mind show. I'm here now with Miss Lori Hennessy, a member of the Childhood Cancer Awareness Group of Coffee County, because, of course, as everybody should know, September is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. So I'm happy to have you here today, Lori.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, will you tell everybody just a little bit about what the Childhood Cancer Awareness Group of Coffee County is and what your purpose is?
Oh, absolutely. The Childhood Cancer Awareness Group of Coffee County is here to help provide financial, spiritual, emotional, any support we can for families that are dealing with a diagnosis of childhood cancer. So once a family maybe receives that diagnosis, as dreaded as it is, we are proud that we're able to be here to help serve them and provide them with a lot of assistance that we can't find anywhere else.
Right, and sometimes that assistance is I mean, you can't, actually what you just said, you can't find it anywhere else. I mean, you need that emotional support, and then sometimes there's times that you need monetary support too.
That's right. And there are some other resources, regional resources, state resources, but they don't do near the support. They can't provide the same level of support that we are able to do locally.
And the name Childhood Cancer Awareness Group of Coffee County is a little bit, I wouldn't say deceiving, but a little bit off, because you do help other families that are not in Coffee County.
Yeah, we are able to serve Coffee County and all contiguous counties to Coffee. So if your county lines up to Coffee, then the families there are also eligible. We do have a board that is responsible for being good stewards of the money that is raised locally. We're proud that we're able to keep that money local, but we think that our neighbors are also local, and they do participate a lot in the fundraising efforts as well. So we're able to thankfully serve Coffee in all contiguous counties.
Yeah, that was one question I know at one of the recent meetings that I was at, that I attended. There was somebody there speaking on behalf of the group, and that was one of the questions. Well, you know, if we support other counties, do they also support you?
They do, and we've actually been invited to present at different functions, participate in different events that's going on in other counties. So they're very much aware of the support that we're providing here. We're proud that we're in Coffee County and started here with volunteers from here, but we're very grateful also that we're able to provide those services and that the communities are embracing the fundraising and the month of September as Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, and really getting us involved and doing some outreach beyond Coffee.
Right, yeah, the more people that are involved, definitely the more that people will find out. Well, how do people get involved with the Childhood Cancer Awareness Group of Coffee County?
Well, we do have, as I said, we do have a board that's responsible for approving all of the requests, the financial requests specifically, but there's a volunteer group that is basically responsible for everything that goes on with Childhood Cancer Awareness
All
Group.
the fundraising.
All the fundraising, and we couldn't do anything that we do without the generosity of donors and the volunteers. And the volunteers are a wonderful group. They give of themselves all the time. You can be in Coffee, contiguous. We'll take volunteers from anywhere.
Exactly.
But you can give of time and energy. You can also donate. You don't have to just donate during September either. We do have donors from time to time that ask about making donations throughout the year. We're always looking for those opportunities. So if you don't want to volunteer, if you'd rather stay behind the scenes, we'll have something that you can do. This month is super busy. So if anybody wants to get involved, there's still time to do that. and just reach out and let us know. We have a Facebook group that people can connect with us, and website. So
Right.
there's ways for anyone that wants to help to get involved.
Right. Now, you're talking about a lot of the things that about you being busy this month, the September being busy, since it is Childhood Cancer Awareness Month. What are some of the things that the group is doing or has already done for this month?
Well, the majority of the funds that go to the Childhood Cancer Awareness Group come from the silent and live auctions.
Oh,
That is
awesome.
That is this weekend. Friday is the silent auction at Central Square Complex. It starts at 9 o'clock, ends at 6 p.m. We also have a live auction starting Saturday.
Okay.
That starts at 6 p.m. We have done meals in the past. We're not doing that this year, but Chick-fil-A will have their food truck out there.
Oh, that's
so
nice.
you can come out there and bring your family, enjoy the auction, and you can participate whether you buy anything or not.
Right.
So it's a thing that you can come and see and support just by being there. We do still have some T-shirts available at the
Okay.
headquarters. The headquarters office is above the atrium
Okay.
in the chamber building in the old Skintastic Skin Spa location. So it's
Okay.
at the end right above the event venue. So anybody can come buy a shirt, come to the silent auction, the live auction. We also will have one final event, the Coffee Trojans, the Lady Trojans,
yay.
during their softball game. We'll be doing a celebration for childhood cancer on the 26th.
Okay.
And that's at Faircloth Field here. So if you're not familiar, let us know. We'll tell you which field that is.
Yeah.
But it's going to be the junior varsity and the varsity softball players. So they're going to do some fundraising to help us that night and
Okay.
honor some of the local kids. So we have those things going on, so there's still time. Definitely come out, support the silent auction, live auction. Again, that's where the majority of our money comes from.
Right, right. And if you've never been, I can speak from experience, the silent auction and bake sale on Friday. If you want any kind of baked good, oh my gosh, it's all, I mean,
And the good thing
cookies,
is,
cakes.
and
it's so
I'm
good.
glad you talked about that, because if you're a skilled baker and you say, I don't want to volunteer, I can't do this, but I'm really enjoy baking.
Right.
Or I have product, I have a business where I have something that people could purchase at the auction, we're still taking donations.
Oh, good, good.
So let us know if you're willing to bake something or you have something you want to donate to the auction, let us know.
Now, are you still taking donations for the auction?
Yes, absolutely.
The silent and the live, right?
Just contact someone up at headquarters or go through
Okay.
Facebook. It's a public group, so anyone can connect through
Okay,
there.
good, wonderful. Well, is there anything else you'd like to share about the group and just September as being Childhood Cancer Awareness
say
Month?
thank you to this community, to the volunteers, to everyone who has made this possible. We have gone on for almost 10 years now.
Yes.
And been able to help more children than we ever imagined when
Yes.
this started, and raise more money than, when I tell people to this day, they can't believe that a community our size
Right.
is doing what we're doing. And that's all because of the generosity of this community. So I
It
just
is,
want to
it
say
really
thank you
is.
to everyone that's ever supported us. We really appreciate it.
Right, right. And I want to say on a personal note, as being a mother of a childhood cancer child, and he's no longer a child, he's aged out of the group, of course, but I want to say thank you to you and to everyone else that participates and donates and does whatever they need to, because when you're a parent and this affects your child, the last thing you should be worried about is any bills, how you're going to get your child to its medical appointments or anything like that. So what you do is really, and what your volunteers do is really awesome.
Thank you, Blondell. And like you said, even once a child maybe is out of treatment, we're
Right.
able to provide assistance to help follow up visits with the travel expenses and those sort of things. So if you think that you may be eligible or know someone that may be eligible, just
Right.
reach out to us.
Okay, well, thank you for being here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
And we'll be right back after this. everyone. Welcome back to the Douglas on My Mind show. I'm sitting here now with Brantley Anderson. He is, let's see, he wears many hats. He is the captain, fire inspector, and fire safety coordinator with Douglas Fire Department. Thank you for being here today, Brantley.
Thank you.
I think I got all those titles right. I think so.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, I think he does a little bit of everything besides fighting fires. Yeah. Well, Brantley, we're here today to talk a little bit about something that happens every year in October. It's fire prevention. I think the Douglas Fire Department does a month-long activities, but the National Fire Prevention Association, they have just a week of Fire Prevention Week. It's October 8th through the 15th this year, and their theme is Don't Wait, Plan Your Escape. So, what do you all plan on doing this year during October or during that week to help everybody become more educated about fire safety?
Rhonda, I'm glad you asked, because this year we've been able to concentrate. Actually, since last year, we've got a fire safety blow-up house for the fire department, and we try to carry it into the schools, and we try to cover every age category. If we're going to Indian Creek, I think maybe the 4th of October.
Okay.
The 5th will be going to West Side, and CCA on the 6th there.
Okay.
And we'll be able to do from pre-K right on up to 5th grade. And that way we're getting every kid, you know, to get to understand things about fire safety. When in the past we try to concentrate on 2nd grade, but now we come during PE time and it doesn't interfere with the classes, so we're able to save mostly the whole day.
Okay, that's good. And this fire prevention safety house, it's not a blow up, it's not a bouncy house. It is a blow up, but it's not a bouncy house.
It's not a bouncy. But it actually has 3 rooms in it. Has 3D pictures on the wall. We have a little fireplace. Has a stove, refrigerator. But in each room, it kind of gives you a little scenario of what your home would be.
Right.
And we can actually smoke it up if we want to. We have windows in it and have a little vent up top if it gets too bad. But the kids are more able to come in, and especially like days with the winter coming and rainy days, we're able to be in the gym in the wintertime, you know, in the rainy days, and that way we can take and spend the whole day with them, and it's realistic like what the home would look like, and then it's exciting to a kid when they look at these things and they say, hey, look here, you know, this is a bouncy house, and we kind of fool them in there a little bit that way. But when we get them in, then they discover, you know, it's a nice little house and all. But it's a very good teaching method. We tried to get one for a couple of years, and Chief Wright was really supportive of helping us get one of those. It's been a real asset to the department.
Right, and if you haven't seen it, I mean, I've been through it. I mean, it's really a good way to get the kids involved.
That's right. And you have to have something to catch a kid's attention a little bit, you know, but you never know when that kid goes home and tells mom and dad and they make it out of a house fire. We have scenarios we were taught during school, you know, that at the academy, we had scenarios that said, you know, some kids went home and had a little fire. They made it out and the parents didn't. You know? And it's not that elementary, you know, that you kind of dismiss it, but we all need to practice it.
That's right. You're absolutely right. Well, that kind of leads into my next question is, do y'all offer like any type of classes for adults?
Yes, we do. I'm glad you asked that also. Just about 2 weeks ago, we went to one of the assisted living houses in town.
Okay.
But we do a lot with the seniors also, the post office. We go meet with the seniors and we try to have a day with them. We tell them things. It's a little different with the adults than it would be with the kids. You learn about, you've got Christmas coming up, you learn them about it, you know, and also we have Halloween coming. There's a few things in Halloween, but mostly, you know, with your heaters, winter time's coming, just different preventive measures, you know, to kind of make your house more fire safe. Right.
And could a business owner also ask y'all to come and talk to maybe their employees to let them know?
We actually go over a lot of every year with like Pilgrim's Pride and different places with fire extinguisher training and all. And actually one of the nursing homes, they take every employee there and they have a day that we teach them fire safety and we teach them how to use the fire extinguisher.
Right, because if you don't use a fire extinguisher often, then, I mean, it's kind of easy. Even though you think it's easy to use, it's kind of easy not to remember how to use it.
Exactly right. You know, and we seem to forget things as adults. Kids remember a lot more than we do. But
True.
and so we need that repetitive, remember, hey, I got to do this,
Okay. All right. Well, if somebody wants to contact Douglas Fire Department to possibly talk to you about coming to their business or their classroom or something like that for some fire safety education, who do they need to contact? Do they contact you?
They can contact me, but most of the time it comes through our secretary, Miss Shirley Ross.
Oh, yes.
And
Shirley's good about organizing
she
y'all.
is good about organizing, but you can also contact me. I mean, I can give you my number if you need it. When
Okay.
you put it out, it'd be 912-501-7952. And Miss Shirley would be the best, though, 912-384-4815.
Okay. All right. Well, I really thank you for being here today. And I mean, it's really important that everybody learns about fire safety, and that way we can be safe, and then we can also
That's
keep
right.
others safe at the same time.
That is very correct, and we're very glad you had us and set this side of every year time for us, to come up and enjoy
Right.
ourselves and to get out to the public what we really do.
Right, because fire safety is actually year round. It's not
That's-
just 1 week.
that's
It's
right.
not just 1 month.
And that's what we try to concentrate more with our Royal Blow Up House. We can do it all through the year.
Okay.
And it attracts more kids, but we're doing it for all. We told the seniors the other day we'd set it up for them.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun when I went
Yeah.
through it. The only thing was I couldn't very well crawl out that window. I mean, I'd hate to get in there and not be able to get
We'll
up.
get you out.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Well, we appreciate you for being here today, and we'll have you back on soon.
Okay, thank you.
And we'll be right back after this. And welcome back to the Douglas on My Mind show. I am here now with somebody who is no stranger to our community or to this show, Mr. Danny McCarty. He is the director of Coffee Regional Medical Center's Wellness Center, Cardiopulmonary Rehab, and Oncology Wellness. I think he needs one more title to that title.
Probably coming
One more,
soon.
yeah, coming soon.
Coming soon
Okay.
to be announced.
But what we're here today to talk to you about is a little bit about the Community Health and Wellness Fair, which has been like a tradition here in Douglas, gosh, for over 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, since the early 90s, I think.
Right.
It started out at South Georgia College, and then it went to downtown, and then now it's at Coffee Regional
Coffee
Medical.
Regional,
So
right.
We're doing it over there. So,
Yeah.
it's had a long history here. So we're talking really closer to maybe 30 plus years.
Probably.
Yeah, so it's been here a while, and I know we've had our ups and downs over the last couple of years with COVID, but we're
Right.
back full force now, and we're back ready to serve the community like we've always done, and of course bring in vendors from everywhere to help bring people items that they can utilize health-wise, safety, wellness, that type of thing. So,
Okay.
but we do have the Community Health and Wellness Fair coming up October the 8th. That's a Saturday, guys. We want you guys to be
Saturday.
there. Yep. And it actually, the doors open at 8:30 a.m. to 12 noon. And during that time, that's when we do our annual blood screen.
Right.
This year, the screen is $40. And let's talk about what that includes. It will be a hemoglobin hematocrit, a comprehensive metabolic profile, lipid analysis, and thyroid stimulating hormone. So those will be all of that included for $40. And
That's good.
just make sure you guys, if you're coming to do the lab work and you want it to be accurate,
Right.
I recommend at minimum 8 hours fasting up to 12 hours. So I kind of like the 12-hour mark, but we do recommend it at minimum 8 hours fasting before you come and get your blood work.
Okay.
You know, that's a big thing to the community. It's really at a discounted rate. Everybody loves that because it is, if you had to do that outside of this, it's worth probably, I would guesstimate $400+ for these lab works.
It's
if you had to
probably
pick
more
it.
than that.
It very well may be. So this is a great opportunity if you don't have insurance, or if your insurance has a high copay, or if you're just somebody who needs blood work done now, this is a great opportunity for you to get that.
Right.
We have the lab work back in about 7 days,
Okay.
5 to 7 business days. You come back to the hospital, and we'll have all of your information up at the front desk or the lab, and they'll go through, they'll pull your lab work, they'll hand it to you.
Okay.
And you'll need a driver's license to verify you are who you are.
Right.
When you get your lab work, or some kind of verification to make sure that we give everyone their lab work back correctly.
Okay. All right. Well, also on that day, you spoke a little bit. Now you're going to have vendors. What type of vendors can they look for?
Okay, so a lot of the vendors are going to be around health, wellness, nutrition.
Right.
So, and then we'll have a lot of senior activities. So far, we're going to have kids activities like pumpkin painting for kids.
Okay.
We are going to have a pink out walk, a pink out run.
Okay.
We're going to have those for like our safety measures for our seniors and fire safety. So we do have that available.
Okay.
We also have a lot of your support groups, nutrition groups. We'll have therapy there. You'll be able to get a free blood pressure screening, heart rate,
Okay.
oxygen. All your basic screenings will be free. The only one that really has a fee is the actual blood work.
The blood work, right.
So we'll have a lot of other things there available. Even we're going to have a slight job fair thing there, I think, that day for things in the community. So we're really
Right.
trying to expand it and reach out further so that people come. They have more than just these things. They have other things. I know that we're going to have vendors there doing some other kind of holistic type things like essential oils and candles and things like that too.
Okay. That's
So
good.
yeah, we're expanding, and I think all of those things together is going to make for a great event.
I think so too. Now, you spoke a little bit about the charity walk and fun run. Tell a little bit more
Absolutely.
about that.
All right, so this one's going to be kind of new this year, and this is fantastic. So I'm working with the Beta Sigma Phi Passionately Pink of Coffee County group on this one. So we're going to offer a 5K fun run. Now this is a
Okay.
fun run.
Fun run.
Not,
It's not competitive.
Not as competitive as all the other ones I normally do, like the
Right.
heart to heart. I do the heart to heart, and it's extremely competitive.
Right.
This one is strictly fun run. This is a fundraiser. The Passionately Pink ladies and the Wellness Center and CRMC were working together to do a run, a 2-mile walk, and the funds coming from here. The Passionately Pink is going to donate back to, we're starting a new oncology wellness program
Okay.
for survivorships. So those individuals who've been through cancer treatments and they've survived, they can come into the Wellness Center, and we're going to offer them an oncology wellness program and walk them through how to exercise, stretch, and
that's
that
really
treats
good.
individualized, because cancer is so broad and how it affects you is so different from person to person.
Exactly.
Our oncology wellness program, we're going to diversify ourselves as far as being able to treat people with multiple problems. So after maybe they've had a mastectomy and their range of motion is limited,
Right.
and maybe they have some edema in their arms, or now chemo can affect the heart, it can affect
yeah.
the nervous system, and we're going to work with a lot of those things to get people back to health and get them on their feet and going and getting back out to their jobs, getting them to their families, and hopefully just feeling overall, fantastic. But the Beta Sigma has really, they've really stepped up. They're helping with us with our Mind Your Mammers program as well.
Right.
But the charity walk. So here's a fun thing that I want to mention. So anybody who's a survivor out there, you can come and walk the 2-mile walk for free, no
Okay.
cost. Free T-shirt. Everybody who comes in, and if you will sign up for our charity event, you get a free walk run shirt.
Okay.
All those survivors get one. We're going to have a 1-mile kids bike ride. And they'll be able to decorate their bikes. They're going to give away tons of different Pink Out awards for best costume for Pink Out, for your best decorated bicycle. We're going to have the 2-mile walk, the 5K fun run. So it's going to be a lot of fun, because that's all going to be mixed with the health fair and all the
health
things
fair.
that we have going on there.
Right. That sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and we really want the community to come in and support, because we're going to try to grow our oncology wellness program, because we're just seeing so many people coming in for that need now.
Right. Exactly. The Health and Wellness Fair, what time does it start on October the 8th?
Okay, the actual event starts at 8:30 a.m., but
Okay.
as you know, people will be lined up at much
Right.
earlier.
Especially the ones that need their blood work.
Yes, and if you're a diabetic, please make sure you let us know that you're diabetic and that you're fasting so that we can get you onto the front of the line so you can quickly get you something to eat if you're type 2 diabetic or type 1.
Right.
So we'll make sure we take care of you. But it starts at 8:30, we end at 12.
Okay.
And I'm going to tell you, our CRMC team that's doing the lab work are fast. I
Right.
mean, it is a quick in and out and you're done, and then you can go enjoy all the vendors or walk in the pink walk if you'd like. So there's a lot of
Okay.
great things that you can do that day. So you guys please come out and join us. We'd love to have you be a part of what we're offering the community for free, and for a lot of our charity events and a lot of the demonstrations, support groups, and free health assessments. So there'll be a lot there.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of things, a lot of good things that are happening there during the Health and Wellness Fair. Now, as you said, it's 8:30 to 12, and the charity walk starts at, a charity
9
walk
a.m.
and fun run starts at 9 a.m.
9
Okay.
a.m. So just be there. I would say if you're pre-registered, you can be there just a few minutes till, like
Okay.
15 minutes, 8:45. But if you're going to decide to walk the day of, you say, oh, this is too beautiful weather. I just don't want to sit inside today because I know everybody's going to feel that way.
Right.
Because it is. It's going to be a great day. Just come out and sign up, but just come out about 30, 40 minutes early so that make sure that we have plenty of time to get you registered, make sure you have a T-shirt,
Okay.
and join the activities.
Okay. Now, you mentioned this, and since you came to talk to me today, I wanted to ask, can you tell everybody a little bit about the Mind Your Manners clinic that's coming up?
Mind your manners. Well, you need to do that too. But
Yes.
Mind Your Manners is for our ladies in the community who need a breast exam, and we've been doing this annually for several years now. It will be
Right.
on October the 18th and the 25th from 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. You do have to call and register for an appointment, so you
Okay.
have to get scheduled, and the phone number is 912-384-4111.
Okay.
Again, you need to pre-register the 18th or the 25th, 5:30 p.m. to 7:30 p.m. Ladies, I highly encourage, this is a great opportunity to get an exam. And the hospitals doing this, Coffee Regional Medical Center, Beta Sigma Phi, Passionately Pink of Coffee County are supporting the program. The Georgia Health Department, and they have ways for women to get mammos at zero cost.
Okay. On other days besides
Yeah, on other
those
days
Okay.
besides those days. You can apply for assistance, ladies, if you need assistance. And of course, we want to thank our volunteers from our CRMC physician group and our mid-levels. All of these people are going to be out there supporting this so our ladies can get free exams that day.
Definitely. Wonderful. All right, Danny. Well, I appreciate you being here today and telling us all about the Health and Wellness Fair. If anybody has any questions about anything you have just spoke about, who should they contact?
If you guys have any questions, feel free to contact Blondell. No, I'm kidding. Contact Danny
Right.
McCarty, 912-383-6988, 912-383-6988. And I'm just going to double check this because we're going to hop on my phone real quick, Blondell, about the Mind Your Manners. I just want to make sure tell everybody correctly that yes, it is by appointment. It's definitely the 912-384-4111.
Right.
This is an educational event, and free manual breast cancer exams will have all resources for mammograms
Okay. All right.
for the health department. So I just want to make sure I clarify that
Okay.
because that's not my area of expertise.
Right. I just kind of got you in
She
here, and I said,
hoodwinked me into
well, Danny,
it.
since you're here and you know everything, yeah.
I'm more of a heart man, you
Right.
know. But
Yep.
so we do our cardiac rehab. But anyways, guys, please come out. We would love to have you a part of our event, and we just want to thank the community for supporting us all these years,
Right.
and all the love you guys show us all the time.
All right. Everybody be at Coffee Regional Medical Center at 8:30 on
8:30.
October the 8th and have plans to have a full day of
Absolutely.
fun. All right. I appreciate you for
Thank you,
being here.
Blondell.
And we'll be right back after this. Hi, and welcome back to the Douglas on My Mind show. I am here now with Miss Kathy Williams. She is the Big Buck chairperson for the Lions Club this year, co-chair.
Yep.
And she also wears other hats with the Lions Club. I think sometimes I can speak on behalf of us. We don't know what we'd do without her. But she's chairing up the Big Buck contest this year. And anyway, she's here to talk a little bit about what's going on with it. We'll start off this year. Just kind of tell us a little bit, how long has the Lions Club been doing the Big Buck contest?
Well, thanks, Blondell, for giving us the time today to be able to share about our event. This event has gone on since 2000.
Okay.
Herschel Guthrie, the late Herschel Guthrie, he and some of our other fellow Lions took a trip over to Alma to go to an event, and it was their Big Buck contest.
Right.
Our guys said, you know, we can do that over in Douglas. So they brought the generic plan back to Douglas, tweaked it, and conformed it to what our community would be able to have
Enjoy.
benefits from and enjoy. And I came in the next year
Okay.
and saw Herschel all over the place, you know, and that's how it was the first few years. But now this is our 23rd annual event.
Wow.
And there's still several key members from that original founding, and it's helped it along the 23 years from the same base, you know.
Right.
And most of our guys say, if it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
That's
so
right.
we just, you know, added to it and improved the quality of it a little bit each year. But before we go any further, this event for these 23 years is not possible without you guys watching and
Right.
those who don't get it through this program. The support is just phenomenal to every single community program that any group puts together. It has always amazed me how fascinatingly supportive this community is for everybody's programs.
It is.
And every group is able to give back to the community on their causes, and we're no different. This
Right.
is our bread and butter in the Lions Club, to be able to do all the things that we do, and it starts with your support. So thank you from the
Exactly.
bottom of all of our hearts.
Right.
This lady right here is going to be modest. She is our president this year and is doing a fabulous job leading us down the path of good service projects and starting it off to get our funds together so we can do
Right,
everything.
exactly. Well, this year, and of course you said I was the president, and just being the president, I really want this event to go off very well. And on top of that, me and you talked and we decided, you know what, let's go back live. Let's go back to the high school gym.
I had everything planned.
Right.
Yeah. COVID, that big 5-letter word that nobody likes, it kicked us in the tail just like every other fundraiser and service
Right.
program. How are we going to be able to continue? So we did what everybody else did. We went live on Facebook, Zoom on Facebook, you know, for meetings, whatever. You can still coexist. And so for the last 2 years, we've held our event live streaming on Facebook. And it was still successful, but it wasn't the same.
Right.
But we thought, you know, the community slowly going back to trying to get to some normalcy, but we didn't know if everybody was ready to go back to complete normalcy.
Right.
But some other fellow programs are going back, and that one said, Kathy, I think we want to go.
we can do this.
I think we can do this, and I'm going like, we're going to do it.
Well, the one good thing that we did decide to do that's a little bit different is you do not have to be present
No.
to win this year.
It's so easy. I mean, you always want to have all these little peaks here so that everybody's satisfied. If this layout doesn't satisfy you, there's no satisfying you.
Right.
The ticket, all you really have to do is buy that ticket, people. Buy your ticket. If you can come to the event, and that's the big change, is we're going back to being live at the Coffee High School gym on Saturday, October the 22nd. From 10 to 1 that morning, the deer scorers will be doing some deer scoring.
Right.
And then at 6:30 to 8:30 that night, they'll be doing the last round of deer scoring. And at 8:45 that night, line president, Blondell Thomas, will start our program.
Right.
And we will get going with the second phase of the event. And you can come to the event, or if you're out of town or not able to come, you can pull us up on Facebook. We're still
Right.
going to do our best to stream it live from the gym. And then then the ticket doesn't have to be there, because you have either option to come or watch it on, and
Right.
we will contact you. The list of winners is going to be on Facebook, it's going to be in the newspaper, it's going to be on the radio, Douglas Now, and we're going to make an effort to call everybody who's not there that night.
Exactly.
So there's nothing else that you guys have to do other than buy that ticket.
Right.
Buy a bunch of those tickets. There's 10 to a book. Easy peasy, you know.
And we
so-
also have another way that they don't
And we
have to
have
buy it
online.
in person.
Yeah.
You can download the Lions Club
Yeah.
app and purchase a
Yeah.
ticket that way. Those tickets will be put in the drawing, just like
Yep.
we did last year.
Yep.
There's nothing different with that procedure.
No.
And I mean, those tickets are there. Now, that's the information about the tickets. Oh, and how much are the tickets this year, Kathy?
$30.
$30 for the ticket.
Now, how the event works, a lot of people have been saying, how does this work? I'm not a hunter. You don't have to be a hunter.
Right.
This is a 3-level event. We have the category for the hunters, and it's got archery, primitive weapon, you got women's category, heaviest doe, and rifle season, and then you have youth, male, and female. So that's your categories that the hunters can go into. If you get your deer in archery or primitive weapon, you take it out to Merritt's Deer Processing. And thank you to them. They have been our partner from day one.
Right.
And we really appreciate the plug that they gave us on Facebook last week. That was very generous, and we appreciate that. But he registers those two, and then all you have to do is bring the mount. You don't have to bring the whole deer, just the head mount, and you
Right.
get your antlers scored with the Boone and Crockett. Then on the day of hunting season, that starts rifle on the October 22nd, then you will bring the whole deer.
Right.
And then everything will be scored, and we will have our prize categories, first place and second place. $500 cash, guys, for first place in each category, $250 in each category of second place. So that's your first easy set of money.
Right.
All of those people who buy the ticket, it goes into our basket. And then after she starts her program that night, we're going to have the tickets be drawn for our 100 prizes. And then after those are drawn, so there's your second round of being able to win something possibly. Third round is going everybody's tickets that's back into the bucket. So if you
Right.
won something in the 100 prizes, you're not done. You still have a chance to win something in the
grand prize
grand
drawing.
prizes. So you could win one in all 3 categories. But guys, look, if you don't win, if you're not a hunter, you didn't get something in that, or you didn't get the grand prize, you still won.
Right.
Because all of these events and programs that we sponsor every year are only possible because you bought that ticket. So when you hear that the Lions Club have done something that year, just know in your heart it's because you helped us out.
That's
so
right.
you're winning all the way around. Prizes, around 100 guns.
We've got some really great prizes this year.
That's your 100 prizes. Then in the grand prizes, we have the four-wheeler. It's up at the corner of First National Bank of Coffee County every day. A lot of y'all been going up there sitting on it, see how it feels. That grand prize is co-sponsored by the Douglas Lions Club and Mike's Golf Carts. Then Coley Electric, always from day one, thank you Coley Electric and Zach, a Browning ball rifle. Gopher Plantation is doing a 2-man hunt. Jerry's Sport Shop is donating, and he has been with us from day one. Thank
He
you,
has.
Jerry's, for always being able to offer us these fantastic prizes. They're also offering up a grand prize gun, Ultimate Graphics, Elixir, Fletcher Oil, Premium Peanut, Brewer Realty, Elixir Door and Metals, Southwire, are all giving us cash donations. Parker's Gun Shop out of Pearson, they've been a good support over the years as well. They're giving us a gun. McCray Daniels Insurance is giving us a gun.
So we've got a lot of prizes.
And one more, guys, and PCC Airfoils is giving us cash prize. And then for all you ladies who like to go shoe shopping, $1,000 at Norris Shoes gift card. Now, I'm not, wait a minute, there's a guys department over there too.
Is.
So if you guys win that gift card, you don't have to automatically give it to the ladies, okay?
Right.
We'll cut them some slack. But
Yep.
we want to thank these donations from these grand prizes, and I can't list all the people who are giving us donations to help purchase the guns yet, but trust me, you guys are going to get some big kudos as well, because those purchases are not possible without those donations.
Right, exactly.
But we will have that list up when we get it completed.
Now, normally every year we do one big, huge $10,000 cash prize giveaway.
Yeah, that's the big.
This
I
year-
thought I'd let you sing on that one.
Well, yeah, this year we decided to go a little different route and offer more chances to win cash prizes. So do you want to tell about the cash prizes?
Well, we have $10,000, and we've broken it up a couple times, and we've given 10,000. My thing was going to be 10 prizes, but this is what the president wants. So it has to stay in the $1,000 to be in that grand prize. So $5,000 is going to be the first check. $2,500 is the second check. $1,500 is the third check, and $1,000 is the fourth check, equaling $10,000. So that's just in time for some really good Christmas shopping.
It really is.
To some people, or a trip, or catch up on whatever, But all of this is going to be, and we've had so many people talk about, they love going to the event, catching up with family and friends they haven't seen in a while, especially with COVID. People are still trying to get back in connection, and they enjoy that social time just as much as they do the event.
Right.
Now, one thing different, we are not providing food this year, but we are going to be having a campaign to have a few food trucks out there this year that will be able to offer food that you will purchase from them, and that gives those businesses an opportunity to make money as well. So if anybody's interested in having a food truck out there, you can contact us, and we'll get with you on the particulars. It's real simple. So there will still be some food out there, but we're just not providing it this year.
Right.
I know every year that we've had it, there was always a funnel cake, and that line would be like crazy. So if anybody has a funnel cake, this is a good opportunity, because we don't start till 9 o'clock at night.
Right.
So it'd be probably preferable to be doing snacks, not full course meals.
Now, where can people get tickets at? Where can they purchase them at?
Okay. First off, I know I've always laughed at this. Any Lions Club member, do you know who all of our members are? I guess I need to do a roster. There's 85 of us, though, guys. So most businesses have a Lions Club member at them, believe it or not. But we have several locations that we just kind of keep it fine-tuned at, so that it's central. Douglas National Bank, First National Bank of Coffee County, Jerry's Sports Shop over in Ambrose, Norris Shoes, Pineland Bank, Ag South Farm Credit, again, any Lions Club member, and periodically throughout up until the event, you're going to see the yellow canopy out at the corner of First National Bank of Coffee County. If it's up, we're either underneath that tent or we're at the back porch of FNBCC, depending on the weather. If we've got enough volunteers, we're doing both spots.
And we'll also be at the Go for Tortoise Festival.
And not this weekend, but next weekend we will be at the Go for Tortoise Festival. We will be selling tickets as well as doing vision screening, which is one of our main service projects that we do every year.
Right.
And also, as she mentioned, you can go online. If you're those savvy people like to do all your business online, you can go to your store on Apple or Google, download the Douglas Lions Club Big Buck app, put in your personal information that it asks for, and then buy away on the tickets. The only thing with this is all the tickets will be in the name of that app owner only. You can't buy your ticket and then put Susie's name on it. All the tickets will go in your name, so everybody has to download the app themselves. It's not a big issue. I'm just telling you, you all have to download your own app. And it's an easy way. We're keeping track of the app, and as the tickets are bought, then we're printing out that information and we're transferring your ticket information to a hard copy so that you are in the basket to be spun around to draw the winners. And I promise you, it's still all legit. There was a bunch of winners off of those apps from last year. And everybody's tickets, like I said, you know, if you win in that gun category, all those tickets go back into the grand prize too. So it's going to be a big event.
It is.
And
we just need folks to come out,
Yeah.
purchase the tickets, and like you've said earlier, you know, the proceeds from the Big
Yeah.
Buck contest help us with our funds that we donate back to the community
last
throughout the year.
our total was over $59,000 that we donated back to the community, to our vision program, our shoe care program, a dozen scholarships that are state funded every year, the Boy Scouts, Make-A-Wish, 4-H, the swine, steer, and goat shows, the food bank, the Hope Center, school supplies, Shop of the Cop for the city and the county, Night to Shine, American
Childhood
Cancer Society, Childhood Cancer, Passionately Pink, Joshua's Legos, Know Your Worth Collaborative, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Wreath Across America, Boys and Girls Club, just to name a few.
That's right, exactly. That is just a few. That's one good thing that when I became involved with the Lions Club that I really like is the fact that we are a working club.
Yeah.
We don't just, I hate to offend anybody, but
Yeah.
we're not just saying we're a Lions Club member just to say we're a Lions Club
Yeah.
member. We actually work to prove that we are serving our community, and those funds go right back to our community.
There was always a joke that meet, eat, and burp clubs that existed, and we've never been that, you know. I've been in the club for 21 years now, and we have always been busy, you know. And each year it's been really neat to watch the different presidents or different members coming on board, and they have a passion for some specific project, and we adopt it. And then we not only donate this money, people, we have sweat equity into all of these programs, because every one of these programs that I just listed out, we've got a lion in that program. That's how we got involved with it, because used to, all we did was our vision. That's all we could afford to do. But as time has gone on and our program has grown, we've been able to reach out and help the other programs in the community as well, because of the fact that we had Lions involved with that. And we have been in Douglas since 1936. We are 86 years old. We have 6 initiatives that start with vision, then hunger initiatives, environment care, diabetes awareness, childhood cancer, and youth programs. Internationally, we're in 221 countries with 47,000 clubs with 1.4 million members. In Douglas, we have 85 of those 1.4 million members. And you know, you hear us talk about being a part and doing things, and you might be new to the community, you might find you've got some extra time and you'd like to become involved. It's not hard. It's not a secret. You're not have some weird initiation program. We just pick
You
fun.
contact Kathy. She's our membership chair.
No.
You're not membership chair anymore?
No, I
I'm
gave
sorry.
that one up, but
Okay.
I'm the one whose phone number's on Facebook. So
Okay.
you contact me. Now you know she's the president. You can contact her.
Right.
You know, just get with or somebody that you know is a lion. Because our simple thing is just ask. But sometimes you're a little bit shy to ask somebody. But if you would like to join our organization, we're always looking for some good members, but we're going to put you to work.
Right.
Because I'm going to retire one day.
Yeah, one day, if we let her. I appreciate you being here today, Kathy.
Well, I appreciate being here. And again, the tickets are only $30, and we've got posters up and around. Buy a ticket, come out and join us that night, have some good fun, seeing some old friends.
And win some prizes.
And
hopefully.
possibly win some prizes, you know, and help Rondell have a good year.
Help us all have a good year.
There you go.
Yep.
But you'll
All
see
right.
these little posters around this, got everything that we just talked about in about 15 minutes. And that's good for me.
Okay. Well, I appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
And that's going to wrap up this edition of the Douglas on My Mind show, and we will see you again next month.